I remember we had a meeting, management meeting, and we were talking about ways that we could cut costs inside of the clinics. And it was time savings and cost savings. And so we had this memo that was, sent out to everybody. And we had discussed it at our management meeting, and I remember reading it and being totally disgusted when I read it. Now, there were a lot of things on there, like, recycling manila envelopes, and don't throw away your paper clips, and things like that, okay? And that's fine. Only ship FedEx once a week, Okay, that's fine. But I remember there was something on there that totally blew my mind. When you go to the doctor, and ladies, particularly for you, if you go to have an annual exam and there's paper on the table, right? You lay on the table, there's paper there. And you have your annual exam, and you get up, and you kind of expect that when the paper is changed, the table is cleaned, that they don't just change the paper, but that they would also clean the table. Well, we got this directive from our management team that we were not to clean the tables anymore. You change the paper, the minimal amount of paper you can use, because that's expensive too. But just don't clean the tables anymore. Because, we don't want to, that's just bleach that we're using, and, that 69-cent gallon bottle of bleach, that's running us dry. And, it's time savings too, and I just thought, what? Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. But that was the type of operation that they wanted to run. Just this dirty, unsanitary, filthy type of business. And it had not been that way before. I know that pro-lifers want to believe that all these clinics are dirty and disgusting and filthy and whatever, but that's just, the majority of the time, that's just not the case. We had a very sterile, very clean clinic. It was cleaner than any private doctor's office I'd ever been into. We were in a very, very nice clinic. It was fairly new, and it was a nice clinic. But when all of a sudden we were going to have to start doing things like that, I just thought, what? This is disgusting. This is gross. And how is this benefiting the patient? I thought we're supposed to be about patient care. I thought we're supposed to be about helping patients. And all of a sudden, all these women that we're supposed to be seeing, we're a nonprofit, right? I know we make $1 billion every year, but we are a nonprofit. And all of a sudden, we couldn't see the women that we had been seeing for free. They didn't have any money, and because we're about low-income women, right? We're Planned Parenthood, we see low-income women. And a lot of women we had seen for free. They were indigent, or they were minors, or whatever the case may be, and we were seeing them for free. But all of a sudden, we couldn't see them for free anymore. We were getting in trouble. If we saw these women for free, everybody had to pay if they weren't on Medicaid. And then we had a budget meeting, and for so long, we've been told about, reduce the number of pregnancies, and Planned Parenthood wants to reduce the number of abortions, and we want to prevent abortion. Planned Parenthood is all about prevention. You hear that all the time. The P word for them is prevention. That's what they say all the time. But then I'm sitting in this budget meeting, and I'm looking at my numbers for the next fiscal year, and I see that they want me to double the amount of abortions that we did previously. And I'm just thinking, what is going on with this organization? And I look back now, I can't really say if it was that the organization was changing so dramatically, or if it was just that I had gotten into a position, a high enough position in the organization, where I was finally seeing how things will really run. I can't really say which one it was. I think things had changed because of the economy, but I think part of it was that they don't really let you in on how things really are, how things are really run. Yeah, it's like their dirty little secrets. They keep those in the closet until you get to a certain point where they feel like they can release those, and you can be part of their secrets. And I think I had gotten finally to that level of trust. Bad idea for them. I think I'd finally gotten there where they said, okay, we can trust this woman. Here she is. She's going to be with us forever. She's going to retire with us. And now we can let her in on all of our dirty laundry. And so I think that's those things, when I started figuring out, this is what we're really about. This is what our real agenda was about. For some people that may have been fine. They, probably could have justified that. For me, I couldn't, because I felt like I had been lied to. And I knew that I had been lied to a bunch of other people because of that. And that was very difficult.